Glad to connect with you, Recruit. We've been infiltrated through a hack and need to get a message from one server to another. Other agents are right now scrambling to deflect other incoming malware programs. That means we need your help now to create a method of sending messages that go undetected. We need to send messages from our local server all the way to our main server. Unfortunately, it looks like the current hack has created some malware that is scanning for possible messages that contain English words. If it sees words in the message, it will block it from reaching the main server. However, it might be possible to fool that malware scanning tool by scrambling the message so it uses non-English gibberish. One way to scramble a message like that is using a Caesar cipher. A Caesar cipher can attempt to hide a message from someone viewing it. First, a sender writes out their message plainly, such as the quick brown fox. Then for the second step, a cipher alphabet is created by shifting over the plain alphabet. For example, here we have a shift value of 3. We have the plain alphabet on top and then the shifted alphabet on the bottom. So we can see here that we grabbed the last 3 letters and shifted them so they go at the beginning, thus creating a shifted alphabet. And now the index positions can be used as a cipher, taking letters from the plain alphabet and then shifting them over to the cipher alphabet. So A becomes X, B becomes Y, C becomes Z, and so on. We then convert the original message to an encrypted message. So that original plain text message of the quick brown fox becomes cipher text, which is just gibberish and there's no real words there. The recipient then only needs to know that shift value to decrypt the message back to plain text. If for some reason the shift value is not known, then they can use brute force by checking all 26 possible shift values. All other agents are busy working on other defenses. Can you help us, Recruit? Use your knowledge of functions in Python to create 2 functions, one for encrypting using Caesar ciphers, and another for decrypting an already encrypted message. We've set up a framework notebook to help you get started. Let's check it out. Here's a notebook we've been able to set up for you. You need to accomplish 3 tasks, each of them contained within a function. The first one is to create a Caesar cipher encryption function. The second one is to create another function that will decrypt a Caesar cipher message. And the third one is to create a function that will brute force every possible output for an encrypted Caesar cipher. Here we also mentioned some useful tips for actually grabbing the entire alphabet. Python has a built-in string library that you can use to quickly call a lowercase string of all the letters in the alphabet, which you can then convert to a list by just passing it into the list function. We've been able to help out as best we can by creating an encrypt function with some detailed comments here as far as the steps you need to take to actually encrypt a message. This encrypt function should take in text as a string as well as some integer shift value, and then it will output the shifted text after being run through the cipher. And here are some laid out steps for actually creating the cipher. So an example input and output would be get this message to the main server, shifted by 13, and we can see here we get back the shifted text. Then you'll create a very similar function for decryption, which will take in that shifted text, the shift value, and then output the plain text original message. It will be very similar to the encryption, except the alphabets will be switched. And this is an example output, that same encrypted message with the shift value, and then we get back the original text, get this message to the main server. Finally, just in case the person on the other end doesn't actually know the shift value, you'll also create a brute force message function. And this will be able to take in a message and then it will output every possible shift value. For example, if we call brute force and pass in an encrypted message with no shift value, it will go ahead and say what shift value it's using and output every possible combination. And eventually, by reading through these, you should be able to tell that one of these actually makes sense. Get this message to the main server. All right, best of luck, Recruit.